أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Thanks for tuning in to the Dream Life IT channel. It's a new channel, and this is, I guess, the first video where I'm presenting in front of the camera. So maybe I should just quickly introduce myself. I've done obviously a bio on skool.com. That's SKOOL.com, and if you go to that website and you do a search for dream, then a space, then life, then a space, and then IT, you should come across this this particular, let's say, community. And so firstly, a bit about me. So I'm a semi-retired IT consultant, a British-born Pakistani Muslim, and I left the UK some approximately 10 years ago, and I moved to Italy. And I'm coming to you with this video from my residence in Sicily. This is my primary residence, and if you can hear any noise, it's because the Mediterranean is just here to my left. And in any case, if you see some of my content on TikTok and on YouTube and also on Instagram, you would quickly know that I live here, and I've been here for a while. Anyway, so in terms of my background, I'm a seasoned professional in network and security. So I'm excuse me, in terms of my qualifications, I'm CCIE 15721. I qualified as a CCIE in routing and switching in 2006, which means that I'll have lifetime, inshallah, status in January of 2026. So that's it's called a lifetime CCIE status. So, and the other main qualification that I have, and I have other qualifications, is a JNCIE in security or cybersecurity. So I hold that certification, and my number on the JNCIE is 254, and you can view my credentials on LinkedIn. That's probably the best. But if you go to LinkedIn and you type Ajaz Nawaz, and then you can type CCIE or JNCIE, and then you should come up with my profile if you want to do a search of me. The next thing I want to say really is, if you look through my professional record, my history in terms of where I've worked, how long I've worked there, what I've done, that should reveal, I think, quite a bit about me in terms of my my professional experience and credentials. All right. So that's the second thing, right? The third thing that I would like to say is, I started a group, and the name of that group, and some of you may already know, on WhatsApp, called the AWS group. Excuse me. And on that group, as of now, there's probably about 107 members. And through that group, alhamdulillah, I've been able to, let's say, convert, or let's say 10% of that number have successfully entered the IT professional sphere and been able to progress these individuals have been able to progress their careers. Now, I've listed some of those individuals on my bio on skool.com, so please go to the group homepage and just look through some of those profiles, and you can also see where these individuals have worked. You can explore their employment history and to see where they've reached, what they've done, and everything else. But the probably the most important thing to say to you right now is, the individuals that I've crossed paths with in terms of helping them get into IT, the vast majority of them, I would say 99% of them, haven't had any meaningful qualifications or certainly a degree or any other accreditations, IT accreditations, things like that, that would have facilitated or helped them get a job. All right, so we're talking about taking individuals from scratch, let's say from the street, for want of a better way of saying it, and then helping them through IT. One of the frustrating things for me is, and the reason why I created this, let's say this group or new group or community on school.com, is having spent so much time convincing individuals that getting a job in IT without any qualifications is actually quite easy and possible. I've, in so doing, let's say, spent several hours which have, you can say, they've been wasted in some respects, because not wasted in terms of like what effort I've put in, because I believe the effort that I put in, hopefully, inshallah, I'll get the reward for that. But for the individuals that haven't been able to carry out and execute or believed in themselves, or believed in the direction that I was given, and the encouragement and I was given, and the belief that I was given, it's been frustrating. But the thing is, with this group on school.com, really, the purpose of this group is really to be let's say, a sieving out, right? So filtering out the individuals that are not really going to execute, and just dealing with the community and individuals and bringing that group together of individuals that are going to strive, right, really, and maybe in a nice way compete against one another to excel in their careers and to improve their earnings potentials, improve the quality of their lives along with their families, and be able to really have an end goal in terms of retiring early. Because if you're in IT, and in this era that we're in at the moment with AI, there's really every reason to believe that there's an opportunity here, right, to get ahead, stay ahead, and make, inshallah, a killing out of it. When I mean a killing out of it, I mean to make serious money out of it, right? If you speak to most people about why they are in IT, if they're being really honest, they will say they're in IT to make money, as much money as possible. Some will say, and a very few number will say to you, and I know this because I've got over 25 years experience in the industry, and I've asked this question to individuals. A very few will say, I don't really care, I'm in it for the passion and I enjoy doing what I'm doing. And that's absolutely fine, I've got no issue with that at all. But this group on school.com, its primary goal is to really see through the onboarding, or those that are existing professionals in IT, go through their careers and navigate it in a way that's going to return to them the most enriched experience across industries, and also, like I just said, to maximize absolutely their earnings potential, primarily to the UK folks, but also those individuals from anywhere in the world, right? I wanted to make that absolutely clear. Excuse me. The question therefore arises, how am I going to do that, right? So the evidence is already there, the track record is already there in terms of who I've assisted. There's people on the list of individuals that I've mentored. And some have required more mentoring than others. Some have required, okay, you need to do this, get your head down, you need to study and be dedicated and be determined, and then you need to target this, and here's, you need to target these, let's say, accreditations, whatever, in whatever field you're doing, and you need to make sure you're ready with a CV, and also with the ability to present yourself in an interview with confidence, right? And I can do all that. You can look at my track record, and you can look at the track record of all the individuals that I've mentored, okay? And they're listed there. And by the way, if you want to contact those individuals through LinkedIn and ask them, by the way, did Ajaz mentor you at some point in your career? And then if they want to reply to you, they will reply to you. But I've put those names down, and I can say that I've been central to those individuals, alhamdulillah, building their careers. Alhamdulillah, okay? Now, when it comes to succeeding in IT, right? And when I mean succeeding in IT, I'm talking about making good money, job satisfaction, being able to choose who you work for, being able to choose where you work, being able to feel that you're secure in your job, being able to be ready for technology as it evolves, all of these things. And there's others, right? So let me just touch on a few other things. Soft skills, personality check, language. There's some components that are required within an individual. And there's things that individuals, IT professionals, need to know to really achieve the best that they possibly can and have an end game in terms of when they are going to retire. I'm 55 years old. I was pretty much, my IT career started in 1998. In 2007, excuse me, by the end of 2007, I was financially independent, all right? In 2007, I was born in 1970, right? My IT career started in 1998, in 2007, so that's 9 years. Alhamdulillah, by the grace of God, in 9 years, I was financially independent. I basically didn't need to work, right? If you stretch that, let's just stretch that to 2009, right? Alhamdulillah, no mortgages, no loans, no nothing. Complete financial freedom and financial independence. So because I've thankfully done that, been there and done that, I feel relatively, alhamdulillah, well positioned to share the insights on what and how I reached my status financially. And by the way, I have my fingers in quite a few pies, mostly at the moment property. There is no reason why I can't help individuals watching this video navigate their careers and their lives towards big success, okay? Now, I do recognize that we are all different. We all have different abilities. Some of us are strong on language, some of us are strong on maths, some of us are strong on this, then in terms of personal situations, they also come into play here. Some people may be single, some people may be married, some people may have children, some people may not have children, some people may have a mortgage, some not a mortgage, and there's all these factors that also play an intrinsic part in the decision making on what your next move is going to be. All right? So Skool.com and this community is for basically sharing knowledge, for giving a little bit of competitiveness to one another, which helps us get further and further, because that's what we need, right? To be able to perform well, athletes, for example, they have to eat really well, they have to sleep well, they have to train really on certain. When you're IT professional, it's not about just clicking away on the keyboard, looking at the screen for 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day, and and knowing your stuff there. There's actually, for optimal performance, there's a bit more really that goes into it. So this is a really an introduction of where I want to go with you all with Dream Life IT. I'm going to be publishing this particular video privately on YouTube, because school.com only allow videos to be uploaded that have been uploaded on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which is Dream Life IT. Okay, fine. I'm also going to publish this video on TikTok, but maybe not all of it, because it seems like it's going to go over 10 minutes. But I certainly will post it on Instagram and automatically it will get pushed or piped through to Facebook, and then there's obviously LinkedIn as well. And I'll probably post it on LinkedIn, but I shall be recording videos and uploading videos for members only on school.com, so they're not going to be publicly available anywhere. Snippets might be available here and there, but the whole video will be available on school.com to members only, all right? And I want to be very, very clear about that. So it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter if you're a techie, first line, second line, third line support. It doesn't matter if you're a project manager. It doesn't matter if you're a manager, team leader. It doesn't matter if you're DevOps, software, programming, whatever, databases, whatever, SAP, you name it, right? Cybersecurity, you name it. It doesn't matter what, because I've got the depth of experience working in the industry. Through talking to individuals, I'll be able to understand a lot about them in just 5 minutes, or even less than 5 minutes. And through that process, I'll be able to, we need to be honest, right? I'll be able to identify gaps in maybe knowledge or gaps in other things, and work with individuals to plug those gaps, right? And leverage your profiles so that you can go out there with confidence and know you are ahead of the pack, right? So please take this very, very seriously. It's Dream Life IT. My brother, mashallah, Mumtazi, he gave me the idea of this name. He said, you should do Dream Life IT. Right now I'm in Sicily. Once again, the Mediterranean is just there. And my residence here, I live primarily in the south of Italy. I also have residence in the north of Italy. I have an olive farm there, produce olive oil. I do lots of things. I have a passion for cars, technology. You know, I have a passion for property, big time. If you check out some of my content on my TikTok channel, which is Ajaz in Italy, or ajaz.in.italy, you'll see many videos of me and Italy and what kind of things I do here. I also have a YouTube channel called Expat Ajaz in Italy, and there's also Instagram. But look, you know, the thing is this is not about me, right? If you want to know about me and you've got the time you want to know about me to see if I'm the real deal, please go ahead and do it. But if you want to stay focused on really, and you haven't got time and you want to stay focused on, you know, furthering yourselves as individuals, then stay tuned right here, and inshallah, we, by the grace of God, will make it happen. And on that note, I'm going to leave you, and with getting on with the rest of your day or your evening. May peace be upon you all. Until the next video, it's bye from Ijaz.